Okay, so a student drives a 4.8 kilometer trip to school and averages a speed of 22.6 meters per second. The first thing I'm going to notice is that those are different units. On the return trip home, the student travels with an average speed of 16.8 meters per second for the same distance, which is going to be 4.8 kilometers. And so we're looking for the overall average speed, and they're trying to trick us with this distance. But actually, so there's a couple of ways to do this. I think the way that they're thinking is that we convert 4.8 kilometers to meters. So we put kilometers on the bottom, meters on the top. Look up at my wall up there. 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. 1 kilometer, 1,000 meters. So we multiply that by 1,000, and it gives us 4,800 meters. Times 2 is the distance. And then you could use your speed equation. Speed equals distance over time. Plug in speed, plug in the distance, and solve for the time. Add the two times together, divide that by the total distance. That's kind of complicated. Otherwise, the other option, let's see if it would make sense to just average the two speeds because it's over the same distance. But the problem is that it took different amounts of time, so I don't think we can do that. I think we have to do it the long way. Ugh. I'm gonna get scotch tape. Okay, so what we are looking for is the average speed overall in meters per second. I like to label that first so that I don't accidentally answer the wrong thing. I know that speed is distance over time. And over here I calculated my overall distance. 4,800 times 2 is 48 times 2. 48 is 12 times 4. So 12 times 4 times 2, or 12 times 8 is what?
12 times 8? 96?
Yeah, because 8 times 10 is 80, 8 times 2 is 16, 80 plus 16 is 96. So, what were we doing with that? 9,600. Our overall distance is 9,600 meters. And we need to still get our overall time. So we have 22.6 speed equals 4,800 meters divided by time. So we're going to do a little bit of algebra, multiply both sides by time. Time cancels out, divide both sides by 22.6. And then we get time equals 4,800 divided by 22.6. I'm going to use that same idea that it's going to give me the same thing if I take the time for the second part of the problem. It's going to equal 4,800 divided by 16.8. And now we're going to do calculator.
800.
Yeah. Divided by 22.6.
That's a long number.
Yeah, so we're just going to take 212.4. My general rule is to never take more decimals in your answer than you had to begin with. So we had 1 decimal to begin with, so we're going to only round to 1 decimal in our answer. Yeah? Okay, cool. And that's seconds. And then we need to do the second part of that, 4,800 divided by 16.8.
Okay.
And 285.7. 35.7. Okay, so here's where I'm going to do my like logic check that your teachers always tell you to do. So I have a faster speed and a slower speed over the same distance. I just want to make sure mentally that my math seems right. Faster speeds are bigger numbers, just like 80 miles an hour is faster than 60 miles an hour. If I'm going faster over the same distance, it should take me less time. Bigger number for speed means faster, less time. Smaller number for speed, slower, more time. Checks out. Yoo-hoo. So now I'm just going to add those two numbers together to get my total time, and I should be able to get my overall average speed. Wouldn't it be horrendous if I realized right now that they had asked me for average velocity and it was just 0? Okay. I checked. It's not. That would be sad, though.
Yeah, when you solve the problem.
Well, I mean, not sad for my brain. It would be good for my brain, but you know.
Does it say 7? Oh, I put 5. Not bad. $498.1.
Boom. Checks out. All right, and then we're going to do the total distance, which is 96. And this is where it's helpful to write that answer box because we don't accidentally forget and be like, oh, we're there because we did so much calculations. You remember that we still have to get the speed, which is going to be the total distance, 9,600 divided by the total speed. I know, right?
Alright. 100 or 1,000?
9600.
Divide that by, what was it, 4?
98.1.
Jesus.
19.3.
That's the average speed then?
Yep. And then we're going to make sure that we include units, 19.3 meters per second. And something to show where the answer is. Cool beans.